And welcome back. Online bullies have a new way to remain anonymous and hide. And some people are urging Apple and Google to take down those hurtful apps. Social media expert Shama Hyder is with us. So let's go ahead and name names. What apps specifically are we talking about that parents should be concerned about?
Oh boy, Tim, they're really cropping up. So you've got Yik Yak. Great name, isn't it?
Sounds innocent.
Yeah, Yik Yak. You've got Secret.
Okay.
Whisper, Ask.fm. Any app essentially that allows you to be anonymous while posting is probably not a great app for anyone under 17.
Right. Now, and the developers of a couple of these have defended them by saying, well, this is a way for people to share things that are going on and do it anonymously, and which sounds innocent, but there's a problem.
There is a problem when you have people who are not adults yet using these apps. So, you know, teens are really fragile. Kids can often be cruel. I mean, how many times did you and I say something at 14 that sounded smart?
Right.
Not very, not very likely. But of course, now you put these tools in their hands that allow them to say anything they want and do it anonymously. And of course, as you can imagine, bad things ensue. You've got cyberbullying.
Right.
You've got kids taking their own lives. I mean, things as a society where we should really be concerned.
So is it impossible to track down the culprits or just more difficult?
It's more difficult. So now if law enforcement, for example, was to get involved, they could track all of this down. They have your IP address, they've got your location, they've got, your cell phone serial ID, all that good stuff. So they can track you down. So even though you use these apps, I'd really urge anyone using them to be very careful because even though you're anonymous, that does not mean that you're not traceable.
Now, it's going to take more work for law enforcement to track it down. There's not just the phone number attached to it that you look at and say, I know who that is. You have to go through maybe even a subpoena of the company.
It's a struggle for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
And sometimes you're not going to talk the police into doing that for you.
Exactly. So if it's not a huge thing, it's not probably going to happen, but you really do want to be careful. And if you're a parent, I would not let kids use these apps, which, coming from me, Tim, you know that's strong because I'm a big proponent of social media and being proactive.
And if you want to look on your kid's phone, though, let's say you've got one and you see one of these names. We're going to put that list on our website, though, so you can kind of, and again, as you say, unfortunately, there are more coming up all the time. But look at that list and say, what do you say to your child? Say, this is just not bad. I don't want you to have this on your phone. It's off, and I'd better not see it come back.
Ask them why they're using it, and chances are it's something like, because everyone else is doing it, Mom, or there's not necessarily a productive aspect to any of these apps, why you would need anything to say anonymously. These are really meant for college campuses. They're meant for adults who might use a little more discretion, definitely not for kids.
Right. In one case, it'll actually access your phone book and will send messages to all of your contacts, but your name is not attached to it. So you can say something mean or clever or funny, and your name never gets attached to it.
Exactly.
In another one, it's geography-based.
Yes.
How does that work?
So Secret is the first one that you're talking about, where it would send a message to all the contacts in your on your phone who also use the app, but they don't know who that's coming from. Now, Yik Yak is more geography-based. So if it's within a certain mile radius, so if you're at school, right, and you say the girl in the red sweater looks this way or that way or whatever it may be, I mean, someone in that red sweater could take offense to that.
Right.
And kids are sensitive at that age. And really, I mean, what's the point of an app like this on schools? Lots of schools are banning these apps.
Okay, very good. And so as a parent, if the school is or isn't, you as a parent can take some responsibility, take some action.
Absolutely, and I would urge any educators watching to take responsibility too. I mean, you really got to teach digital citizenship in classes these days.
Yep. Great advice. We've got a list of the apps for parents to take action on and a link to Shama on myfoxdfw.com. Thank you.